Hey, what's going on, everyone? Back for this Tuesday slate. We have a 7-game slate on Draftkings and a 5-game slate on Fanduel today. NBA slates seem to keep getting crazier every single day with all the late news that have been dropping, so hopefully you guys have been keeping up with it. It's been pretty wild, and we've seen some of these teams just rest their players halfway through the game. Hopefully, today we got some of the starters already out, so hopefully we don't get crazy news. I think the Sixers might just rest Tobias and Horford with them already resting Richardson and Embiid missing this game with an ankle injury. But I could see the Sixers, be one of those teams that just rest everybody. We know the Brooklyn Nets are resting everyone. We know that the Magic are missing a bunch of players too, so this slate's gonna get pretty wild again. FanDuel is just 5 games, which is kind of nice. Don't have to deal with all these injuries, but let's get started. It's always appreciated to hit the thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you have not already. And if you want the updates, been posting them on Twitter, trying to with all the news and at the DFS process over there. So at point guard today we have Luka Doncic at 10-8. There's a couple guys that we can kind of feel really good about playing today, and I think one is definitely Russell Westbrook. No James Harden. Westbrook's going to shoot every shot, basically on offense. Going to have the ball in his hands. He's going to play huge minutes, and he is the guy that you want to start your lineup with. Also, Luka Doncic and Kristaps, they rested on a back-to-back. I expect them to go back into playing heavy minutes, just to get gear up for the playoffs that they're about to start in a couple of days. So 10-8 Luka Doncic with all the value that we have. He's going to be a guy that I want to pay up for. Also, Kristaps is the guy that I want to pay up for. And then maybe like cheap plays at point guard. You could look at like Kemba 6,500 playing 30 minutes. But usually when the Celtics are all healthy, I don't really play anybody because there's so many guys that can take, that can be that guy on a night. It could be Kemba, it could be Jaylen Brown, it could be Gordon, it could be Tatum, it could be Smart. There's so many players that I normally just avoid them unless they're dealing with some injuries. Derek White is questionable. If he's in, he looks really good against Houston. If he's out, then DeJounte Murray at just 6,200 would be a really nice play. And then the Bucks are also on a back-to-back, so they didn't play Giannis yesterday with a toothache for some reason. So we could see Bledsoe, maybe Chris Middleton rest today. So the Bucks are also going to be scary. And I don't know if they're going to want to play Giannis 35 minutes against Washington. They never play him a lot. So I'll just start with Westbrook. He's the guy that you want at 93. At shooting guard, Devin Booker price tag keeps increasing, but he has been well worth it. Played 29 minutes, was on pace for 60 plus fantasy points yesterday. Just played 29 as the game was over, heading into the fourth. He's been playing great. DeAndre Ayton also had that crazy incident with the missing the testing, so he should probably be back in the starting lineup today. But if you want to play 8,800 Booker, I will not blame you. I would say that you can go a bit cheaper if Derek White's in. I like him at 61. The Magic are dealing with so many injuries. No Fournier. Fournier is doubtful. Gordon is doubtful. Terrence Ross left the bubble. So those are three big names right there. You're going to get big minutes for probably James Ennis, Gary Clark, DJ Augustine, Markel Fultz. So you could look at one of those guys. And the Nets are resting everybody as well. So Tyler Johnson's a bit expensive. I might go with like Chicoza. I bet like him a bit more. Or Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot, 3,600. He looks a little bit better too. But at shooting guard, I think I'm probably just going to go with some of the value plays on the Sixers. No Richardson, and I could definitely see Tobias and Horford resting. So we got Alec Burks at just 4,300. We know he definitely loves to shoot. He's going to have the ball in his hands quite a bit, playing alongside probably Shake Milton at the shooting guard position. Going to see probably 30 plus minutes tonight, assuming Tobias misses. And at just 4,300, he can definitely fill it up going back to his Utah days. So he's a value play that I like. And then at small forward, I will go up for Luka Doncic, who is 10-8. Absolutely amazing player to watch. He's dropped 280 plus fantasy point games in his last three, which is just insane. Both of them did go into overtime, but still, he's still been crushing in regulation. Now, this is a spot against Portland where it's going to be a high scoring game. I mean, Portland games, this summer restart has just been super high scoring against the Clippers. It was super high scoring, and against Philly, it's been high scoring. So the Mavs are also one of the better scoring teams in the league. I see Luka filling it up tonight, especially after getting yesterday off. Other plays at small forward that look decent. Tatum, you could play him at 78. That's a decent price tag. You have Troy Brown at 6,000. You have Carmelo at 56, Bogdanovich at 55. No Fox today. Seems like he might be the only starter that's out. But with the Kings eliminated, who knows how many minutes they're going to play like Bogdanovich and Buddy Hield. So it could get wild in Sacramento, but he looks good if you think that he's going to get the minutes. And then at power forward, we have Yusef Nurkic. 9,000 is expensive, but definitely go up to him if you want. And then we have DeMar DeRozan at 8,000. Maybe if White's out, he could look at his way, but I'm not really on DeRozan. For more value plays at this position, you have like Harrison Barnes maybe at 47. You have Kurucs at 41. Gonna start at center, play pretty solid minutes. Then you have Timothy Luau-Cabarrot at just 3,600. I like him a decent amount. No, not only are they missing all the starters and all the guys that missed like a while ago when they rested everybody, but also Garrett Temple is sitting. So TLC in that game, he played 31 minutes and put up 34 fantasy points. Now he shot incredibly well, but still, you should see like mid 30s in minutes tonight or this afternoon. And it's not a terrible matchup against Orlando with all the injuries, but 3,600, I would definitely feel better about playing him than playing a guy like Tyler Johnson. That was $1,500 more expensive. Also have Gary Clark at 3,400 with no Gordon and no Fournier, no Ross. His minutes are pretty solid. And then at center today we have decent options. You have Vucevic if you want to play him at 8,600. I like Kristaps at 82. I think the Kristaps Luka stack has been working wonders, and they've been playing really big minutes. They got the day off yesterday, so I assume that they're going to go back to playing like 35, 38 minutes tonight. And Porzingis has just been amazing. I mean, he took 24 shots. Luka Doncic took like 24 shots. They're taking more than half the shots usually. Just them two combined. And Luka's a decent price tag, but Kristaps is like a really big bargain with how well he's been playing. And then another guy that you can look at, I guess, on the Magic with all the injuries and all the players that are out is probably Fultz gonna see some pretty good run. 4,600 in the game. In the last game, they started him alongside DJ Augustine heading into overtime. I could see them do a similar thing, and that was also when Ross was out there. So he's probably. I mean, I think he could definitely get into the starting lineup tonight against this Brooklyn team, who also will probably see a lot of minutes with them playing Chicoza and Tyler Johnson together. So Fultz 4,600, he looks pretty good. So that's it for DraftKings. Those are the studs. I'm definitely paying up for Westbrook. Definitely going to get Luka and probably Porzingis in there. And then there's a bunch of value plays. Just play who you think is going to get the minutes. It can get pretty crazy. It might even get more crazy today. But that's it for the DK video. I'll go over to Fanduel now. Okay, Fanduel slate doesn't start until 4:30, so it's only 5 games. Point guard, you have Damian Lillard, who, as expected, bounced back after his terrible performance against the Clippers with 65 fantasy points, 51 real-life points. His minutes have been insane, 44, 39, 40, 39, 40. The back-to-back, or it's not a back-to-back, so that's even better, but against Dallas, I mean, he looks like a tremendous option. Then we have like Kemba is a bit cheaper. You could look his way. Shake Milton at just 4,500 looks pretty good. But definitely gonna probably get up to Damian Lillard. Get that stack going with Luka and Damian Lillard. Run it back. Luka at just 10.5 with no Holiday in this one. Not too many pay up options. You have Booker. You could definitely pay up. You can try to pair Booker and Luka together. But then shooting guard also has a bunch of the value plays. So you might want to get one of the cheap guys in here. You have Bogdanovich at 56. Then you have Buddy Hield, 47. You have Trent at 45. You have Alec Burks at 42. Josh Hart at 4,000. But probably go with one of those cheap plays, and then I'm definitely going to be going all the way up for Luka Doncic. And then small forward, if Tobias is in, he will look like a good option, but I do not know if he will play today. Then we have Troy Brown at 63. That's a decent price tag. You have Carmelo at 54 has been playing well. But Cameron Johnson, the Suns, are still fighting, playing big minutes for their guys. I believe they're still in contention. And Cameron Johnson's a young guy. He should get minutes either way. He's been playing really well. Probably would have played like 5 or 6 more minutes in the OKC game. But he's been playing great ever since he's been in the starting lineup. Power forward, we have Kristaps 85, looks great. No Zion today, maybe no Horford. So if Zion misses, then you're gonna get $3,900, uh, 30, I think he's 39 or or 3,700 Melly against the Kings. Gonna probably see decent minutes. Favors is playing for some reason, so don't know how many minutes he's actually gonna get, but maybe in like the mid 20s could be a good value play. If Mike Scott happens to work his way into the starting lineup with all the Sixers, if they're all out, then he would look decent. But right now, I'm definitely going to try to get Porzingis in there. I feel the best game tonight is going to be Portland-Dallas in terms of just like making sure your players play a good amount. I think that some of these games we could see their starters not play a lot or could get some like late news. And then at center, to round out that game stack, just give me Yusuf Nurkic. 8,500 is a great price tag on Nurkic. He's been great. He's also been slightly disappointing in terms of just scoring. Against the Clippers, he just had 10 points, but was on his way to a triple-double. And then against the Philly game, he was in foul trouble, so can't really fault him there. But he's been playing 33, 34 minutes with crazy upside just because he can rack up the blocks, get some steals, and get all the rebounds, basically. So Nurkic 85 against this Dallas team looks like a great play. And that is kind of it for the video, so thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You can drop a like if you enjoyed. I might be back for a baseball video this afternoon. If not, I'll tweet out some plays that I like for baseball. But that's it. And good luck today. Hopefully nothing crazy happens.